Hey guys, so I am coming to you live for our team call. It is June 21st, 2016. I'm going to go ahead and record. And I'm going to also start sharing my screen in a minute, but I just wanted to say hi. And I'm super excited to be on here with you guys tonight. I just got done a really crazy, hectic work day, and that is why we're starting just a couple minutes late. But I was looking forward to this all day long, and as I was finishing my nursing charting, I was just thinking, okay, if I can just finish, I can get home and I can get on my team call. So excited. To be here with you guys and to share with you some of the stuff that I've been working on this week. I hope that you're all doing really well. If you have questions, as always, you can just type them in the comments below. And I'm just going to wait a minute. I think that a couple people are getting on, and I don't want to start without them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen if I can figure that out. Okay, so let's see. All right, so Team Passionate Living team call. So for those of you who do not know, my name is Julia Ellis, and I am the founder of Team Passionate Living. I am a one-star diamond Beachbody coach, and I am so excited to be on here tonight with you, talking to you about things that I feel are super important this month. So first off, I wanted to talk to you guys about being accountable, not just to yourself and keeping your challengers accountable, but how important it is for you to be able to be healthy, fit, happy, and all the things that you want for other people yourself. I know that it's really easy to forget about the business, forget about yourself and focus on your business as a coach. A lot of us who get into coaching get into it because we want to have an income that we feel we're deserving of, and we want to help other people. But more than that, usually there's a reason why we're doing this that is usually, being home with our kids or something else that is driving us. And it's something that's so powerful. We want it to be so powerful that sometimes it can kind of take control of us, or really just distract us from what got us involved with Beachbody in the first place. And I don't know about you, but I know that when I started this, I was struggling big time, physically and mentally and emotionally, and I was quite overweight for where I'm comfortable, and I was depressed and having panic attacks, and I was sluggish, and just things were a struggle. Life activities were a struggle, and I didn't want to feel like that anymore. And so I finally gave in and thought, well, what the heck, it can't get much worse. So I tried my Beachbody challenge, and it worked, and I signed up as a coach. And I signed up as a coach for the perks, but I also believed in this product, and that is why I went with this company and not another company. There are a ton of different products and companies that are all network marketing businesses, but I felt that this company had an A+ in the Better Business Bureau, which, by the way, is something you can bring up to prospective coaches. But I felt that since it was ranked so well, people had such good relationships with their coaches, and that most coaches, and of course there's always an exception to the rule, but most coaches were very honest and kind, and really cared about the people they were helping, and really wanted to make a difference in the world. And I thought that I wanted to be a part of that community. So that's why I got involved in this. So I was thinking, together on our team, and if there's not enough of us that want to do it, we can either keep it very small, or we can open it up to Royal Republic, that there would be a $10 buy-in, and that one person could collect the funds. And then when we were finished, whoever won the pot would get sent either a check or PayPal the amount of money that that was in the pot for winning. So we could either do for biggest transformation or for most points, and the points would be based on whether or not you drank your shake that day, did your clean eating, if you stuck to your meal plan, if you did your personal development. I see that I did not write that down, but that is super important, as you can imagine. If you use boosts, so they have the energy boost, which I use every single day in the morning. It doesn't make me jittery, helps me stay focused. It lasts me about 8 to 10 hours, and so for a 12-hour shift, that's pretty priceless. And then you also have, the digestive and the greens. And so they're all really great for you. But if you used a boost, each one of those could equal a point. And then the performance line, any of those you use would be a point each. So obviously it depends on what you're using for products, how many points you'd be able to earn. But I can tell you from literally trying every single one of the products that they are all fantastic and do exactly what they say. And that when I'm using things like the performance line, that my performance really does improve. Imagine that. I also want to talk to you guys about traveling PD books. I wrote this while I did a live feed in our team page. And I talked about how I go through these personal development books like nobody's business. I'm always spending money on them, and I love them, and they're so important. I've started getting some audio books just so that I don't have so many lying around my house. But I was thinking, what a good idea for us to kind of share the wealth. So if you're done with a book and you want to trade with someone else, or you want to just pass it along, I'm going to plan to start passing along my books. So the first person who's going to get a personal development book. Sorry, I'm double checking the team page because I don't want to say the wrong person. Let's see. Yeah, I thought so. It's going to Ashley Smith. So I'm going to finish the champagne diet probably tomorrow. I'm looking at it right now as we speak, and I'm on page 81 of 104. So I am super, super close to being done. I can probably finish it on my lunch break at work tomorrow, and then I'm going to send it in the mail to Ashley, and then she can send it to the next person who'd like it after she's done. But this will be a way for all of us to save money and to share the wealth and to just really all be on the same page in our team environment. And I think that it'll be really, really fun. We could also send them to our new coaches that we enroll so that they can get started on the right foot without having to invest even more into their business. I wanted to talk to you guys about free groups. If you feel weird about accepting money or asking for money or looking for clients, something you can do is run free groups. And so this is a great way for people to start. And this is a great way for you to build a community of people that you're talking to regularly about health and wellness without having to send those hey girl messages that feel very generic. So free groups could be a summer salad group, a crock pot group, which is more probably for fall, winter, but there's still some really great crock pot summer things that you could do. A tummy tuck group where you focus on abs, suns out, guns out, where you focus on arms, clean eating basics, where you just teach people what that even means and give them a couple shopping lists and tell them how to shop the perimeter of the grocery store, and just simple things to us maybe. And maybe it's not simple to you, but things that to them will totally blow their mind. Water works, so staying hydrated, maybe even talking about emotional well-being in that as well, since the name could tie into both. Booty booster, where you focus on legs and butt, and then like a happy group where you focus on positivity, personal development, things like that, energy, whatever you want to focus on, anything that could be of value. And you could even just use this as a theme weekly in your page. You could even just on your Facebook say, this week, just an FYI, you're going to hear a lot about summer salads. I've been really into this lately, trying to find a new way to spice that up because I love getting in my veggies and I just want to enjoy them more. So here are some recipes that I've found, and these are some ideas for things you can do. You could talk about salad jars. You can talk about how you either make them ahead of time or don't, how you keep the lettuce from not getting soggy, or whatever you think is important about making salads. And you get the idea. Obviously, you don't have to do a summer salad group, but that is one of the things that I just came up with off the top of my head that you could use. So sneak peeks, they are great if you use them well. So a sneak peek, ideally, is somewhere where people can come. Usually it's a 1 day, 1 night, or 3 day or 5 days, and no longer than that group page where someone can come and either watch a video where you just talk about what you do as a coach, and that could be like a 1 hour event, or you could have a group page where you post all day long and then just have a couple little videos, or just do a live video at the end of the day. Or you could have like a week-long thing where you post for a week about what you do as a coach and kind of share a day in the life, or all of us could take turns sharing a day in the life and that kind of thing. So the idea with this is that people can get a feel for what they're getting into if they are thinking about signing up. So I think that we should start doing these really regularly, starting with once a month, and invite to it all month long. So when you're having these conversations with people and they're like, well, I don't know, I mean, it sounds good, but what's the catch, or whatever, you can continue those conversations. And then as it gets closer, you can say, hey, I know we've been talking about this all month. I know that you're not quite ready to, take the plunge or, sign up with me quite yet. But what about going to this very, no strings attached, free, very great informational sneak peek that I'm running with my coach? And we are running it together. And you're going to kind of learn about what we do, what the responsibilities would be, what the perks are that are available to you, and kind of hear stories from people who have succeeded with this, and people who have even struggled with this, so you can know kind of what to expect, and it will be very transparent in the group. And people are very excited to get into those groups. But the trick is that when you get people into the group, you need to be able to continue to communicate with them, check in with them on the side, ask them if they have any questions, and be able to answer them, or ask me to help them understand something better, so that they feel supported, they feel that connection with you, they don't feel like they got dropped off at the pool and then you left, and so that they have the best response to the event, and therefore would be even more interested in joining your team instead of turned off by the idea. You could invite to it all month long. You can run ads on your like page. You can build relationships with people and then answer questions until the event starts, like I was just talking about. There's really a lot of ways you could go out about it, or you could just invite people to the event itself and just say, hey, I've been thinking a lot lately when I see your post that you would be a really great coach on my team. And I know that sounds super random, and maybe you're hearing it from other people as well. But I have this event going on where you could learn about it risk-free, and I would love to just have you there with me so that I can show you what I do. And you can word it any way you want. This is just me talking after, a 13-hour shift and off the top of my head. So please do not, write it down and expect that you have to say the same thing. All right, I wanted to remind you guys, you've always been beautiful, and now you're just deciding to be healthier, fitter, faster, and stronger. Remember that. So I remind my challengers as often as I can, they are loved, they are worthy, they are beautiful, and that what we're doing is just improving on ourselves for ourselves. It's not for anyone else. It's not to be skinny. It's not to fit into a size 2. It's not any of these superficial things or things for other people. It's not to impress someone else, but really we just want you to feel beautiful and happy and healthy. And that's, I want the coaches on my team to have that too, which is why I brought up both the personal development sharing group and also the coach accountability program that I think we should do, because I think that it's so important that we all remember that. It makes us better coaches. It makes us better people in general. It makes us better, moms, wives, whatever you are, it makes you a better version of that. I wanted to go over the 4 vital behaviors. Again, I know that this is part of your new coach training. If you participated in that, that's awesome, and you probably know these already, but I just wanted to go over it again. So personal development is so incredibly important. A couple of the titles that I have right now just sitting around me is the Champagne Diet. So good. Very short. Go for No is also really short and really good. Girl Code, Girl Boss. I have You Are a Badass. I have The Compound Effect, The Slight Edge, these are all fantastic books. There's unlimited amounts of personal development out there. There are great podcasts. There is a podcast called Your Virtual Upline, and it's basically a network marketing person that doesn't podcast, but everything that he says is relatable to Beachbody, but it's not a Beachbody person. And basically you can listen to these like 20-minute podcasts while you're in the shower or cooking dinner or something. And it's a little mini PD that really makes you feel motivated and kind of gives you that mojo back to really work your business. There's also the Chalene Show, which I just started listening to today and really love so far. It's Chalene Johnson, who does PiYo. And she's really incredible. A National Wake Up Call actually has a podcast. So every time the National Wake Up Call happens, you could just listen to it on a podcast later, and you can catch the replays there instead of calling in. And that way you can fast forward, rewind, pause, and you can listen to it just about anywhere. And so I really like doing that. The National Wake Up Call is every single Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is basically corporate getting on the phone, filling us in on important announcements, giving recognition. And then they have a coach that's highlighted, or it's almost always a coach. Sometimes it's actually like Autumn Calabrese, but somebody gets on and gives you usually about 20 minutes to a half hour solid good information to help you with your business and to help you with your fitness and to help you just in general. But usually it is really helpful for your business, tips and tricks of the trade kind of thing. So those are some personal development options. Of course, I always recommend things like meditation, gratitude journaling, and things like that just really make you kind of a peaceful, more centered person, happier, and more thankful for the life you have. Those things really help me too. Dream boards are also a source of personal development. So those are just some options. I will go on to the next thing. So inviting. Inviting is not just saying, hey, I have an accountability group. Are you interested in buying this from me? So the important thing that I want you guys to take away from inviting is that I want you to build relationships and I want you to help people. You don't have to get Success Club points to be helping people, but it is a great way to grow your business, and people who do hit Success Club consistently do have more success. They do have more income. And the people that do get challenge packs, participate in challenge groups, and have a good coach are very successful. If you just focus on getting Success Club points and don't coach people, they probably will not succeed, and they probably will not tell their friends about how awesome their coach is. But if you help people succeed in their challenge groups, if you tell them how worth it the products are, and then they get them and they see that, they're going to tell their friends. They're going to refer people to you. They're going to be I don't, sorry, it's been a very long day. They're going to be consistent customers. I don't know what I'm trying to say for a word, but anyway, consistently, purchasing Shakeology and things from you. And they're going to be a part of your business for the long haul. And then, like I said, they're going to tell their friends, and that's really important. Word of mouth, having a good reputation, that you're not just someone who's trying to get their money, and that you're trustworthy, that you care about them, and that you're actually trying to make a difference. Those are really, really important things. So rather than sending out a million invitations on the last day of the month saying, hey, I'm starting a new group, will you join it? Will you buy this? Build relationships. Somebody had a sunburn the other day, and I said, hey, I hope your sunburn feels better. They posted this whole thing about how much it hurt and pictures. Like, the girl didn't even have her shirt on. I don't know what was happening. And so I just said, I really hope that your sunburn feels better. Here's a couple of things that really help, that I've used myself. And just because I'm a nurse, I've had to do this for my patients. And she said, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm sure it'll be fine in a couple of days. And then I said, hey, I saw that you liked my coaching post the other day. Have you ever thought about that? And she was like, well, I always think about it, but it's just taking the plunge that's hard. So I actually started talking to her very seriously about the coaching opportunity, and she was going to talk to her husband, and it kind of went from there. But it was me reaching out in an authentic way and us kind of stumbling into that part of the conversation. naturally, and it wasn't me just trying, to push her into something. So I think that that's important, to build relationships. And I feel like almost the invite part should be crossed out and build relationships should be there instead. And I have a separate video on my YouTube about that and my feelings on that. But anyway, being a product of the product. So incredibly important. I kind of fell off the wagon, and you guys all know about that. But I had been totally consistent for the first probably 9 months or so of my business with my clean eating and my exercise. I followed a program all the time. I followed a meal plan all the time. I would have maybe one cheat meal a week. I was in excellent shape, and I still am, but and then I started saying yes to my husband when he wanted Chinese and pizza, and giving into temptations like cookies in the lunchroom at the cafeteria. And, wanting to have drinks with friends, and just the little things that are so easy to say yes to because they feel good. But then it got really hard to stop. And then when I stopped working out a little, because I don't need to work out every day. That's what I kept telling myself. But for me, I'd rather work out 10 to 30 minutes every single day of my life than work out, 3 times a week for 30 minutes and feel like I'm going to die every single day. Because when I work out now that I'm getting back into it and being consistent, it's starting to get easier. But in the beginning, every minute was a struggle, and I wanted to turn off the video every moment. And it's just awful that you get back to that point. So being a product of the product, staying consistent with your diet, your exercise, your shake intake, your other things that you're doing that are being a Beachbody coach, being someone who uses Beachbody products. You're going to be smarter, you're going to be healthier, you're going to be happier, you're going to be prettier, you're going to be all the things that you want to be. So there's really no downside to being a product of the product. And if you can't afford to, get Shakeology or something like that, I would strongly suggest working your business, because you will make the income to afford it. If you don't like it for some reason, try the performance line. There's so many different options on ways to stay active as a coach and ways to be a product of the product. You don't have to be doing the exact same thing as everyone else. Everyone does something differently. But definitely do that for yourself, because you deserve it and you are worth that. And then recognition. If you have challengers in your challenge groups that are actually showing up to the group, that they're posting in the group, they're saying, I did my workout today, encourage them, recognize that, comment on their posts, be proud of them. You can even, with their permission, share on your Facebook that you're so proud of this person who's doing that, because it's really amazing that they are taking this time out of their lives, that they are, a busy mom or a busy full-time whatever, and they're still taking care of themselves. And it shows people that that's a possibility for them too, but it also makes that person just feel really proud of themselves and more likely to continue on. The same thing with your coaches who are doing anything at all. If they are checking into the team page, if they are commenting on things, if they're liking things, if they're supporting the other coaches in the team, and if they're even, have one Success Club point or none, but that they're doing their vital behaviors and that they will, make progress in their business, encourage them, recognize them for that. Tell them how much you see them doing that and how happy it makes you that they are succeeding in their business. So I wanted to talk to you guys about Elite. Elite is awesome. So Elite is basically a rank. It's not like a rank like Emerald, Ruby, Diamond, Star Diamond, that kind of thing. But it is a recognition for our team. It's not just for a person. So if our team was to get this, Team Passionate Living would be an elite team in 2016. And so basically that means that we're in the top 0.5% of the entire company of coaches. And that is a huge, huge honor, a huge honor. And so the way that we would hit this is by me and my coaches hitting Success Club. Every one of you that hits Success Club, sorry, I'm going back. I'm trying to see this, but it's, Okay, there we go. For every one of you that hits Success Club, there's 1 point added to our team total. So if 10 of you hit Success Club, we would get 10 points. If one of you hit Success Club, we get 1 point. So that is how that system works. However, if I hit Success Club as well, then our points double. So then if 4 of you hit Success Club and I hit Success Club, then we get 8 points instead of 4, if that makes sense. So that is one way that we earn elite points. The other way is by everyone continuing on their Shakeology and staying active as coaches. That brings volume to our team. So for every 500 PV, so personal volume, so say that 6 of you got your Shakeology order for the month, which is 90 PV, then that would give us over 500 PV, and we would get 1 point for that. So, and that is for 2016 coaches. So anyone who signed up after December 31st. So every 500 PV, we also get a point. So that is how you get those points. Then there's also points for advanced team volume. So that's all the team volume that we are getting this year that is more than last year by 10,000. So that one is a little more confusing, but all of the volume brought in to our team, me, all of you, all of your coaches, everyone in our entire coaching family who brings volume into our team, it all gets combined. And so if we had 10,000 ATV last year, and this year we have 20,000 so far, then we get 1 point. And I am happy to say that we are well past, the 20,000 mark, or well past the 10,000 over last year's mark. And so we've gotten 1 point already, and probably will have another point this month. So right now, I actually am going to click out, and I hope you can still see this. So I'm going to go to qualifications, and I can see in mine the Elite and Premier qualifications. So 774 is the elite ranking, which means that we are out of almost 500,000 coaches. We are number 774. That is the rank of our team out of all of the coaching teams in Beachbody, which is pretty freaking incredible. And then you can see that last year, the ATV for our team was 19,625, so almost 20,000. And we're at 32,568 this year. And it's only June. We're only halfway through the year. So that's pretty incredible. So total of our points right now is 34 points. So I'm going to come back to wherever we are. Okay. Anyway, I'm trying to find this. Here we go. So right now we have 34 total points, and hopefully you saw, hopefully you saw the grid, but at the top where it explains how to get all the points and all of that, at the top on the left, it said total points to become elite is 135. So we still need 101 points, but we have 6 months to do that. So if 5 of you hit Success Club and I hit Success Club, that's 10 points. So if we do that for the next 6 months, that's 60 points. If we do it this month too, that's 70 points. And then we have the volume, and we have other options for how to achieve those points. So basically what corporate had said, and they reached out to me because they see the work that you guys are doing, and they see that our team is kind of on fire. We're kind of doing amazing. And they see how much progress we've made, and they were so impressed, and they wanted to reach out, and they wanted to help us get there. So I am letting you know that from a corporate standpoint, they're seeing the work you're doing, and they're recognizing that, and they're reaching out to me as the founder of this team, and they're saying, what can we do to help you get there? And this is how awesome your team's doing. Did you even realize? And I have been so busy and caught up in my own life in general, like all of us are, that I didn't even realize how close we were, how well we've been doing, and how proud that I am of you guys. And I am definitely vowing to, change that and be more present in our team, and just being more appreciative of you guys, because it is really incredible what we're able to do for other people and together we are better and stronger. So I am just super proud, and I want you guys to know that I am very committed to making sure that I get to go onto the stage at Summit next year and recognize our team, to stand up and have them call out our team name, and to be just so incredibly proud of you guys, and to have people know that you're part of this team and that you did this, that your hard work got our team here. And you see, Royal Republic, Alyssa, she's a top 10 coach. The only reason she's a top 10 coach is because she didn't quit on her business and she led her team, but also that her team worked their butts off. Her team didn't quit either. Her team pushed hard and they got their goals. They hit elite, they hit top 10. And that isn't just Alyssa as a top 10 coach. That's Royal Republic as a top 10 team. And that is something that she does say, but I don't know if people hear or recognize that it's not just her. It's not just her getting that recognition. It's just not just her that got her to that point. It's the whole team and that team mentality. So I just want you guys to know that I see what you're doing. I see you're working. I know that some of you have had to take a step back for various reasons, and that's totally fine. But when you're ready, just know that we're here, and that as a team, we're going to continue to move forward, and you just jump on the train whenever you're ready, because we are not stopping. We are keeping going forward. We are going to continue to train. We're going to continue to work on our own health and fitness and happiness. And we're going to continue to learn and improve upon our lives and help other people to do the same. And we're just going to have an awesome time doing it. So I would love to hear any questions anyone has. I would love to hear your whys. I don't know if you have a strong why, but you need to figure out what it is, because that is what's going to drive your business forward. I want freedom. I want to be in control of my schedule and my time. Things like having anxiety and having depression and having just some issues with needing to be in control of my own life and then having to go work for someone else. It doesn't really jive, and I don't love it. And I also would really like to be home when I have my babies. I would love to be home full time with them and not sacrifice any income so that I'm not stressed. And there's so many other reasons I do what I do, but the fact is I have reasons, and you need to have reasons as well, so that you feel inspired every day to continue on doing what you're doing, that there's a reason, that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, that there is a carrot, dangling from a rope and you're a rabbit. There's something that is catching your eye, that you can chase after and that you won't get tired of running for. And then if you reach that goal, that you find something new, that you find something else, and you go after that instead. Excuse me. So I hope that this was helpful in some way. I would love to hear what questions you have. I'm so pumped that we're going to be an elite 2016 team. Team Passionate Living is doing it, and I am so, so proud of you. I'm so excited. And I'm just really thankful that you're all on my team. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the broadcast. That was our team call for the week. I'll do little live calls and add little things into our team page all week long. And I will see you next Tuesday. And we're going to do a sneak peek instead of our team call on Tuesday. So be there and invite people this week. Okay. Bye.